Hey everybody, it's Patrick from the Mast Knife Shop coming to you with another review, and today I'm looking at a new knife in our shop. Really exciting. It was released this year called the Buck Range. We got the Pro design and we have the Elite design. I'm going to cover both. Kind of cool thing about this knife and do a little research. This actually has an online nickname and even a couple of customers in the knife shop call it the Bugout Killer. So what I did was bring my bug out, and later on in the video I'm going to compare the two and check out what the folks are talking about. So hang with me. Let's take a look at the boxing for this. Again, this was released this year in the 2025 SHOT Show. Really nice boxing as usual with Buck. Nice square box there. Inside you get your famous forever warranty from these guys. Really great from Buck. And of course you have the nice satin bag that your knife's going to come in. And you have a little here fire starter stuff as you're out into camping. Don't throw that away. Stick it under some kindling and get your fire started right up. They're always thinking of you. There's your box. Loving that. So this one, the first one we're going to look at is the Range Pro. Again, this is just a really great piece. I like it. It's everything you want in a knife, in my opinion. It's an EDC, of course, and what they did is add everything you could want. So locking system is a crossbar lock. This is the first knife they've ever introduced at that 2025 SHOT Show with a crossbar lock. It's their first entry into the realm of crossbar ever since Benchmade let their patent run out. Everybody's on the bandwagon. Well, these guys finally got in the picture, and they did it with the Range, and they did a great job with it. I'm telling you right now, this is so smooth. Thumb stud to open, and you just pull your lock, flick it back in. Super smooth. Really nice. It does come with a drop point blade with a flat grind. I got a couple different steels. This particular one for the Pro is 154 cm, and it comes in a couple of colors. The handles on this is GFN, glass filled nylon, and makes it super tough and super light. It comes in a nice OD green, also comes in a nice gray. So depending on what colors you're into, we got everything there in the knife shop. It does come also in the Elite form. So this style is a little bit different for a little bit upgrade on probably all the factors. The handle itself is not going to be GFN. This is anodized aluminum. It has a nice matte finish, so it has a real nice look to it. The blade is going to be the same shape and look to it, except the steel on this is MagnaCut. Everything about this except a little bit of upgrade. Another thing I like about these knives is their clips are reversible. You can see easily on this one where it's got the screw holes. Just unscrew it this side, flip it over, and you've got a new spot. For the Elite, a little bit different. You'll notice that it's got two screws right here. Pop them out, flip it over, put the clip on, and you're going lefty. They made it really easy, and I think one of the things I really like about this design, where they shine, is this is completely ambidextrous. If you're a lefty or righty knife guy, and we see this all the time in the knife shop, someone will come in and say, can you show me some lefty knives? I'm a lefty, I pull it out of my left pocket. We kind of have to locate things that have done the clip reversal, and there aren't a lot out there. This company went ahead and made sure this particular model, the Range Pro and Elite, both have reversible clips. So this, with the thumb studs, with the crossbar lock, and with the clips, is completely 100% ambidextrous. I really like that about it. It is called the Bugout Killer, so I'm going to take just a second to take a look at the Bugout. I'm going to bring mine in. Let's take a look at these guys real quick. I'll move these out of the way. And there's the Bugout, and there's the Range Elite. Now the Pro is going to be the same, everything about this, but you notice lining up, we're looking at pivot to pivot. The blades are very similar. The handles are very similar. Bugot's a little bit shorter. You'll notice that this blade is a little more robust for the Elite. The handle's a little more robust for the Elite. A little more handle action, a little more blade action. This does not have a reversible clip. This one does not have a lanyard hole. I don't see any difference. Who really cares about the lanyard hole too much? Okay, I do. That's fine. We know that. But I just say the reversible clip is way more important. And I just feel like, I don't know if it's actually a Bugout Killer. I think that if you own the Bugout like I do, this is still a great addition, because if you love this, you're going to love this knife. So I don't call it a Bugout Killer. I call it a great addition to something that fits the Bugout style. And even price point, it's going to be the same. We're going to talk about prices in just a second. But so there you go. As far as I'm concerned, it's not necessarily a Bugout Killer. I think it is just a nice comparable knife, and I think Buck really took the time to give you something that's really good top to bottom. Let's take a look at some of the specs on this. The specs now, pricing and links to purchase this are in the description, and I think once you really see this, and if you take a really good look at it and you want to check it out, drop down to that link and go ahead and purchase one. They're really worth it, I think. This is a great knife. So the weight on these, believe it or not, the GFN is coming in at the same weight as the aluminum, and when you hold them in your hand, you can tell that right away. These are all 2.9 ounces. The length on these, take a quick peek on the length here. Pretty standard for EDC, I think. Again, it's a little bit longer than some might expect, but it doesn't feel like it when you're holding it. For the length is 7.88 inches for full length, open length, and your cutting edge from tip to sharpening choil is at just about 3 1/4. So that's pretty nice. It's still got a little bit bigger than the 3, but it's really nice, and it feels really nice when you're using it. It feels very comfortable. The steels on these, as I mentioned, are 154 cm for the Pro, and of course the Elite giving you a little bump up in what you're paying for. They're giving you MagnaCut steel. So let's take a look on a steel chart and how those two two steels match up. Of course, you've seen this before. If you've watched our videos, we've set this up, and this is a comparison chart. It's not this is great and this is not great. It simply means compared to each other, this is where it fits in. So let's start with the MagnaCut steel for the Elite. You can see MagnaCut is right here. And you go ahead, edge retention, toughness, and corrosion resistance. Really great across the board. I mean, great edge retention here. Are you looking at same thing for the toughness? Really jumps up. MagnaCut's known for being tough, 7 out of 10 on the scale. And then corrosion resistance of MagnaCut is awesome, 9.5 out of 10. This is a perfect outdoor steel or any kind of carry steel. I just feel great using it. CPM 54 drops down from here down to here, and you're not going to see a lot of change. It's just maybe a half a point on the edge retention. It isn't quite as tough. It's a 5 out of 10 on the toughness as opposed to the 7. And of course, corrosion resistance, it's still really nice. It gives you a nice 7 out of 10. It's still great across the board. They just boosted it up with the MagnaCut to give you something for those who really get into that and really want a little bit better steel. Kudos to Buck for thinking the whole thing through and you're giving a couple steels to choose from. Either one of these knives is going to be a great knife to have. Pricing wise, I think it's phenomenal. For this build, for this type of handle, this steel, the closing system, the locking system, ambidextrous system, I just love it. This is $124.99 for the Pro, and it jumps up to $219.99 for the Elite. I really feel like this is worth every penny. I mean, we compared it to the Bugout, which is basically a very, very similar knife in all aspects, and a very popular knife. Very few people I know don't have a Bugout. I really feel like this is something that is well worth your money and well worth owning. Well, that'll do it today for the Range Pro and Elite from Buck. Hope you guys found this information helpful. Before you go, do me a favor, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new content. If you ring that bell, you'll get notified every time I release something. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and we'll see you next video.